season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Fudzy, that was your cue.
Sorry, fellas, but it's shopping season at the Warner Brothers Studio Store on QVC. If you can't blast them, join them. Right, fellas?
Tune to QVC for the Warner Brothers Studio Store.
Just watch, folks.
And now, I'd like to introduce the gentleman who will, in turn, introduce our guest MC, Mr. Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, now, I say thanks loads, Mr. Rabbit. I'm privileged tonight to introduce our first all-lady mistress of ceremonies, that flower of southern poultryhood, Miss Prissington Buff Orpington Cochin China Pullet III, affectionately known as Miss Prissy. Miss Prissy, that is. Miss Prissy, I say, Miss Prissy, are you there?
Yes.
Miss Prissy here is the greatest talent to ever trod the American boards. A veritable Sarah Bernhardt of chickendom. Aren't you, Miss Prissy?
Yes.
And what you're going to say is that you'd like to see your favorite screen star in a dramatic role, right?
Yes.
And now, back to the Warner's 65th Anniversary Special.
And so the Warners were scheduled to appear in their very own cartoon.
I told the kids, look, if they want you to make more cartoons, do yourself a favor. Get an agent.
Their first cartoon was the most bizarre thing I'd ever seen. If I remember it correctly, they had flypaper stuck on their fannies. It was an okay cartoon for a short, but this thing went on for 8 hours. 8 hours.
Ooh, Weed was always screaming and yelling at them. In fact, in their second cartoon, if you listen very carefully, you can hear Weed screaming at Wacko.
Weed Memlo couldn't handle the Warners. He could do a buddy cartoon, sure, but when it came to the Warners, he had no idea what he was doing.
It's not that we didn't get along. How can I put this? I hate them.
Plotz was furious about that cartoon. The moment he saw it, he canceled their contract. Their agent was livid. You could hear them arguing all over the studio.
Pretty soon it got so bad, people were scared to walk around the lot. They came up behind me and tried to straighten my tail.
Gol darn varmints used to call me itty-bitty baby man. Was that nice? For some reason, they had a particular affinity for Jimmy Cagney. Called him their special friend. They drove the poor guy crazy. Looney, that is.
Thank you. And now, Miss Prissy, as I remember it, one of your greatest roles was in Romeo and Juliet, when you played both Romeo and Juliet. Is that right?
Yes.
First you came out as Romeo. But soft, what light from yonder window breaks? Window breaks. Broken window, that's a joke, folks. Yuck it up a bit.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
As if I didn't know. Do you consider that as your greatest role, Miss Prissy?
Yes.
Certainly one of the great acts you ever did was the time you wowed Charleston with this act. Wasn't it, Miss Prissy?
Yes.
Would you like to tune in our little old crystal ball on a scientific program, Miss Prissy? Educational, you know.
Yes.
Then in 8000 BC came
the Neolithic period, or New Stone Age,
when wild animals were tamed by farmers,
including pigs, chickens.
I'm a rooster, son, not a chicken. Pay attention. I say pay attention, boy. I'm talking to you. Kid doesn't listen to a word I say.
And the very first cow.
But back then, the cow wasn't like the peaceful creature we know today. Back then, the cow was a ferocious beast called the auroch. And taming the auroch was not an easy job. But the early farmer finally prevailed. The auroch, or cow, was the last major animal to be tamed as a food source.
What? Food source? Why, you little...
Can I have your autograph, please? Please, please!
Oh, all right. Here you go.
Wait! Oh! Hey, you're not Elmer's bud! Jabola! Duck!
Will you knock that off? Jeez, a bird could develop a complex around here.
Oh my. Fortunately, we've run out of time.
Good.
But before we go, I'd like to bring out a special guest.
What's up, Doc?
Okay, that's it. I've had it.
Gee, I thought it was kind of cute. Those gunfighting dentists can be downright ornery, can't they? And that's why we love them.
And now, folks, I'll do an imitation of Frankie, doing an imitation of Ricky, imitating Elvis.
Gee whiz Willikins, golly gee, I love a girl, and she loves me. Is my baby sweet, sugar candy apple pie. When our two lips meet, ooh yeah, I just sigh. Gee whiz Willikins, golly gee, she's the prettiest thing you'll see. Gee whiz Willikins, golly gee, oh I love a girl, and she loves me, and she loves me.
Can you see I'm trying to sleep? Give me that instrument, you buck-toothed varmint! Frickin' rubbish. Always playing guitars.
You know, this isn't the first time this sort of thing has happened to me.
What's up, Dad?
Yo, listen up. I got Looney Tunes back.
What's up, Dad?
Nick's got more Looney Tunes than any other network. Looney Tunes. Pure Looney Tunes. From beginning to end. More than anyone else. So if you love Looney Tunes, Nickelodeon is the only network for you. Do you love Looney Tunes? Well, check out this Looney Tunes fact. Nickelodeon's got more Roadrunner and Coyote than anyone else. Anyone. That's more Roadrunner, more Coyote, more fine Acme products. That's a fact. So if you love Looney Tunes, Nickelodeon is the only network for you.
Have you had a rough day? Is school giving you a headache?
Who was the father of our country?
Why, that's simple. George,
Oh, I'm sorry.
You say you've got too many chores?
They forgot to put out the cat.
Maybe it's time to go loony.
I'm the cat.
With Looney Tunes on Nickelodeon. Daffy, Speedy, Sylvester, Bugs, Tweety, and more. Just when you need them. Every day after school at 5, 4 Central starting tomorrow. On the network with more of what you want. Nickelodeon. Bullies. It's always the same old story. Big guys picking on the little guy. Animals do it. Teachers do it. Even cartoons.
Goodbye, Rabbit.
But Nickelodeon's not going to take it anymore. We know you're tired of being bullied around. That's why we're bringing in the Looney Tunes. These guys are taking over the first kids network and showing the bullies who's boss. Roadrunner, Tweety Bird, Bugs Bunny, and all their pals are coming to Nickelodeon. And they've got the bullies quaking in their boots. So tune into Looney Tunes on Nickelodeon every day. And if you're a bully, you better head for the hills. Nickelodeon's Kids Only Weekend is loonier than ever. Now you can watch Looney Tunes on Nickelodeon every Saturday and Sunday at 6:30, 5:30 Central. You thought Mark Summers made a mess of your weekend? We've added Daffy Duck for double trouble. And sure, Lassie's your favorite weekend watchdog, but could even Lassie put up with Foghorn Leghorn? The whole Looney Tunes gang will be here to make the Kids Only Weekend loony every weekend at 6:30, 5:30 Central on Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon's getting speedier, buzzier, and funnier.
What a revolting development this is!
It's more of the Looney Tunes you want every weekday on Nickelodeon.
What's up, John?
I'll tell you what's up. Nickelodeon's tuning up your TV weekdays with the Tiny Looney Nickelodeon Afternoonie.
We're on a little Looney.
First up, Steven Spielberg presents Tiny Toons Adventures.
We're invading your TV.
Then classic cartoons from the Looney Tunes gang.
You're asking for it.
Followed by yet another half hour of Tiny Toons.
What didn't I think of that?
Then another half hour of Wild Looney Tunes. So tune in for 2 hours of Tiny Looney Nickelodeon Afternoonie. Tomorrow at 2, 1 Central, only on Nickelodeon.
Do you crave culture? Then step right up for Merry Melody.
Good, I say, good idea.
You'll clamor for the classic. What's up? You'll thrill to the theatrics and even learn a foreign language.
What'll they think of next?
Find out by watching Merry Melody's weekday afternoons on Fox. Do you crave culture? Then you'll flip over the finest.
There's muy mucho more where these came from.
So watch Merry Melody's weekday afternoons on Fox. Step right up and get your Merry Melody. Weekday afternoons on Fox.
She's chocolate fun. One of the all-time greats. She's chocolate fun. One of the all-time greats. Your milk chocolate, delicious and smooth. Hershey's is a fun one. She's chocolate fun. One of the all-time greats.
Here comes Purelator Courier. There goes Purelator Courier. The Roadrunner works for Purelator Courier. We run rings around the Coyote Courier. Sending something to San Diego, Phoenix, or Fresno? Never fear. Use Purelator Near. Gotta rush to New York, Houston, or Atlanta? Be a star. Use Purelator Far. From New York to California. From Texas to the Great Lakes. Why are thousands flocking to Purelator Courier for on-time pickups and delivery? It's Roadrunner reliability. Your next overnight delivery. Tell your secretary, beep, beep it. Tell your receptionist, beep, beep it. Tell your shipping clerk, beep, beep it. Call Purelator Courier at 1-800-BEEP-BEEP. Hey, USA, your package is just a beep, beep away.